A shocking viral video is circulating online, showing a feared gunman commander known as Gentle the Yahoo executing his own men in cold blood. This gruesome footage has left Nigerians asking, what exactly is happening in Imo State? And why are armed groups turning on themselves? This is Ojukwu News Channel will break down who Gentle the Yahoo is, what the video shows, the political and security implications, and why this is another dangerous chapter in the Imo State crisis. Explain who Gentle the Yahoo is. Real name: Ifeanyi Okorianta, a commander linked with the Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, an armed faction connected to Simon Ekpa, known for previous viral videos threatening politicians, including Governor Soludo, has been accused of working with or against political actors. Depending on the narrative, IPOB once claimed a video of Gentle proved politicians were behind the insecurity in Imo State, mentioned the arrest of 14 of his family members earlier this year, showing security agencies were tracking him.
Nigerian Army and the DSS Police, Air Force, Navy. You are just there, they kill yourself.
Gentle is seen executing 3 of his subordinates. He accused them of robbing civilians instead of fighting the enemy. The execution was reportedly carried out in Okigwe, Imo State. Stress the brutality: this wasn't just violence against government forces, it was internal purging, a sign of chaos within armed groups. Was this about discipline, betrayal, or simply a power struggle? What does it say about loyalty inside these movements? Why would Gentle do this? 1. Loss of control. Armed groups often fracture when commanders can't control their men. Executing subordinates could be a way of sending a message of fear. 2. Robbery and criminality. Many so-called freedom fighters have shifted into banditry and extortion. Gentle may have feared that civilian robberies would turn locals against them. 3. Political implications. If IPOB is correct that politicians are sponsoring these groups, could this execution suggest a falling out with sponsors? Or was it just internal indiscipline? 4. Message to rivals. This may not just be about his men, it could be a warning to other armed groups or even state forces that he is still in charge.
East governors, una know what they benefit from insecurity.
Tie the story into the biggest Okigwe insecurity crisis. Ongoing battles between BLA, Ebubergo forces, local vigilantes, and unknown gunmen. Civilian lives are at risk every day. Constant accusations flying between IPOB, Simon Ekpa's camp, and Imo politicians. Point out, this execution video is another sign that these groups are not united, they are fighting each other as much as they are fighting the state. Ask, if commanders are executing their own men, how much longer can these armed groups survive? For residents, fear and uncertainty will increase in Okigwe and beyond. For politics, Governor Uzodinma and security agencies will face pressure to respond, though silence has been common. For the movement, this damages the image of Biafra agitators who claim to be freedom fighters but are increasingly seen as violent gangs. For security, Nigerian forces may use this as propaganda to delegitimize separatist fighters. What happens when the hunter becomes the hunted? In a shocking viral video, one of the most feared gunmen commanders in Imo State, known as Gentle the Yahoo, turned his gun not on soldiers or rivals, but on his own men. Today, we break down the video, the man behind it, and what this means for the future of Imo State and the entire Southeast. Who Gentle is, what the video shows, political implications, and what's next for Imo State. Gentle the Yahoo, real name Ifeanyi Okorianta, rose to prominence as a feared commander of the Biafra Liberation Army, BLA. He was often featured in videos flaunting weapons and issuing threats, especially against politicians like Anambra's Governor Soludo. Connected to Simon Ekpa's camp in Finland, though IPOB distances itself from him. Known for brutality, kidnappings, and attacks, but also for making bold political claims, one viral confession suggested Governor Uzodinma himself hired him to cause insecurity. Build suspense, but what happens when such a man turns against his own group? Gentle is seen interrogating 3 of his men. He accuses them of robbing ordinary people instead of targeting security forces. Moments later, he executes them, sending shockwaves across the internet. stress the symbolism. This wasn't just about punishing betrayal. It was Gentle showing his followers and enemies that he is a judge, jury, and executioner. Is this leadership, or is it a sign of desperation? Armed groups survive on loyalty and intimidation. By killing his own men, Gentle may be reminding others of the consequences of disobedience. Many fighters have shifted from ideology to banditry. Civilians in Okigwe already live in fear of kidnappings and robberies. Situate the event in a bigger picture. Imo has been a war zone in recent years. Security forces, IPOB, IPOB factions, and unknown gunmen all clashing. Okigwe, in particular, has become a hotspot, villages deserted, lives lost, and no clear authority. The line between freedom fighter and criminal gang has blurred. Highlight political blame game. IPOB says politicians are behind it. The state blames IPOB and Ekpa. Civilians are caught in the middle, unsure who to trust. For civilians, fear will deepen if Gentle can kill his own men. What will he do to the locals who resist him? For other fighters, this is a warning shot. That disloyalty means death. For politicians, a PR crisis. If IPOB's claims are true, the video exposes instability among alleged hired militias. For security agencies, they may use this as evidence to show the public that separatists are criminals, not freedom fighters. Compare with past armed struggles. In the Niger Delta militancy era, commanders often executed disloyal members to maintain fear. In Liberia's civil war, Charles Taylor's fighters were known for brutal purges. History shows, once internal killings begin, movements often collapse or splinter. Is Gentle the Yahoo's movement nearing its breaking point? The viral execution video is more than just a moment of violence, it is a window into the chaotic reality of Imo State today. It shows that these groups are unstable, dangerous, and unpredictable. Pause a thought-provoking closer. Does this mark the beginning of the end for Gentle the Yahoo's reign, or will it make him even more feared? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Ojukwu News bringing you the truth behind the headlines.